The Santa Claus. A cozy classic for most people, but not as flawless as nostalgia claims. This movie from 1994. In this movie, The Santa Claus, we have Tim Allen, who plays Scott Calvin, a divorced dad and toy executive spending Christmas Eve with his son Charlie. That night, Scott hears noises on the roof. Santa falls down and vanishes, and only leaves behind the iconic suit and a card with a clause. Whoever wears the suit becomes Santa. Of course, Scott puts it on to calm Charlie, finishes the night delivering presents, and wakes up thinking it was all a dream, until he starts turning into Santa for real, which is also the most funniest part of the whole movie. Tim Allen actually changing into Santa. We get the weight gain, we get the we get the white hair, we get the beard growing back instantly when he tries to shave it off, cookies that are becoming the food of his life, and suddenly Scott has to handle a magical contract that he never signed, at least not on purpose. And he has to navigate a world that doesn't believe what's happening, including his ex wife and new stepfather, Neil. So that's basically the setup of the movie. It's simple, it should be fun, and honestly, it's an interesting premise. I definitely like the part where they have the Santa Claus, as in, a clause from a contract, but also referring to the name Santa Claus. I think that's pretty brilliant. What works in this movie? Well, first of all, we have Tim Allen, and Tim Allen is the reason this movie still gets replayed today, I think. Without Tim Allen, this movie would suck even more. The transformation scenes are the highlight, like I said. We have the beard that grows back overnight, the belly that inflates like a snow globe, and kids instinctively swarm to him. And yes, of course, we have a giant flood of naughty and nice list boxes, which is kind of hilarious. I think that is good comedy. So you watch that, you smile, it works absolutely. Then we have a boardroom scene that I think is quite good. We have Scott calling out the cheap toys and the commercial greed, but doing it in such a way that it isn't really too much on the nose. And that's the movie just actually saying something, delivering the message. And we've seen this message before in other Christmas movies. But the way Tim Allen does it, it gives it energy and sarcasm. It's that modern twist that keeps it entertaining. And even physical comedy lands here and there. We have the fat suit at the park moment where the kids are lining up naturally, and these scenes feel warm and funny. And credit where credit is due. This movie does feel somewhat cozy, I think. It does feel Christmassy. We have the snow and the music, and we have a North Pole set design that looks really cool. That definitely nails the Christmas atmosphere. But this movie falls apart really fast as well. First off, we have the family drama that is way too dramatic for a Christmas movie. Charlie believing in Santa becomes a legal crisis. Laura and Neil escalate conflict to the point where it resembles, Mrs. Doubtfire, and we don't get the emotional payoff. Instead of heartfelt, it really plays melodramatic. Instead of tension, it feels really overblown. And by the time police and custody papers show up, you almost forget you're watching a holiday comedy. I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is this? It's way too much drama. It's not fun anymore. And it should have been. It could have been meaningful, but it really lands very awkward instead of emotional. And then the thing that really took me out the movie, it's really unsettling, and that's the elves. Let's talk about the elves. They're supposed to be hundreds of years old. They're supposed to be wise and experienced. But instead of, hiring actors, I don't know what the proper term is that I should be using, but they decided to use actual children and they use adult dialogue and they work in a factory, as elves. It's It's not cute. It's really unsettling. No, unintentionally, sure, but yeah, I don't like it. It feels really weird. It's very unsettling, I think. Absolutely. And it's the kind of detail that you probably don't notice as a kid, but as an adult, you sit there and you're going, "Hold on, why?" It just looks weird. I don't know why. It's weird. They should not have done it. It feels weird. And for me, it takes me really out the movie. It really takes the magic of the movie away from me. Um, Nothing wrong with it, of course, but I don't know. It just feels like a strange choice. I don't like it. So yeah, final verdict for this movie: the Santa Claus. It kind of works here and there, but only when it keeps things light. And when Tim Allen is growing into Santa, it's holiday magic and it's humor and visual comedy. Sure, it's fun and warm. But when it swings into all these legal battles, emotional hostility, and weird tonal shifts, the magic of the movie really dulls and the charm stutters. I mean, it's more nostalgia than it really is brilliance or a good movie. So for me, this movie I think is really forgettable. I wouldn't have a problem with it if I would never see this movie again. And I'm rating it a 4 out of 10. Um, is it watchable? Sure, but more for nostalgic reasons. But that's about it. So yeah, 4 out of 10. That's my take on the movie. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope it helps you somewhat, and let me know what you think of the movie. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.